Hey everyone, myself Avinash. I work as senior staff engineer at Newship Technology. Also AWS community builder and AWS user group leaders of AWS user group in Bangalore. Today we're going to talk about Beyond the Code, a developer guide to the AWS cloud awareness and smart cloud decision. So let me give you some good update. AWS finally fixed the billing trap. Yes, you heard right. So when you're deleting the AMI image, you are going to delete automatically the EBS volume snapshot also. You might aware about that. When you're deleting the AMI image, your EBS volume was still lying around there and you have to do the manual effort for that one. I will talk about it, why this news is very important, why I'm starting with this news one. Before that, let me tell you my story. Recently, I joined Enthusiast Technology where as a curiosity, I always had to know that, okay, what are the different services are using it, how they are using it, how much we are spending, where can you improve this overall. So on that one, I was going through the bill and I was like, wow, it is an amazing bill. I use the amazing word just for joking, but yes, there are a lot of things was there which was the unnecessary spending around that. And I started doing some kind of analysis and cleanup work. But before that, let's see what as a developer mindset will be there. So as a developer, I'm a developer also, like you might be also a developer from this audience, right? So we are trained to think about always be whether our app is working, whether this app is scalable, or whether app is maintainable or not. This is a simple developer mindset will be there. What we generally miss is to know that whether my app is a cost effective or not, whether my infra is cost effective or not, are we utilizing the right resources or not, or are we wasting any resources? All these factors as a developer we miss that. And many of you can correlate that who are working on a developer. See, look at the statistics also. Most of the company, not every company has a dedicated DevOps team, CloudOps team, or FinOps team to look into that. This is always be taken care by a developer like me and you. And that is why this talk is very important to know how can we reduce this cost. So let's talk about how we can go and traverse to the problem to solution one. So as I told, I was going through the bill and doing analysis. I found many problems. There are continuously running a dev and staging environment. Okay. The old cost was around 256 monthly for 2 instances, but actually running the 6 instances, which has no use. Some stop with the Elastic IP attached. And you know, right? Since February, the Elastic IP is charged. I'll talk about that also in later. This is my current problem. So let me tell you how I go into the solution one. So I analyze things. What I analyze, right? How many instances are actually running? How many are actually using? Then how many are stopped but didn't completely clean up? So means you stop. Okay, you are not paying for that which you can do, but still you are paying for something else which is hidden, like Elastic IP or EBS value snapshot or AMS. Something you'll be actually paying for it because you are holding that particular resources, even if you are not running it. How many hours instances are requirement? So when the instances are required, how many hours you require? Your application running on dev, do you require to run 24 hours or do you require only an office hour? That you can decide on that. If any instances are well optimized, right? Sometimes by default, we choose some different architectures and we end up paying extra. And you know that AWS will always be behind the cost saving and keep on releasing many updates like GP2 to GP3 version. If you migrate your EBS volume, you can save the cost. Same for the architecture to the Graviton one. You can save the cost and which more faster one. And there are many more analysis work than that. So let's talk about the solution, what I did. So I have created a simple script. You can see in the architectures, there was Lambda was there was a CloudWatch alarm was there. There are 2 cloud alarms. One is for the stopping and one is for the starting. So what I did is like a kind of a mini in-house Park My Cloud solution by writing simple Lambda code in a Python and writing a 2 CloudWatch event. What was the job of that? It is checking that, okay, start the instances from time A to time B. Stop the instances up to the time B. And also consider the weekend time also. And along with that, to allow that, I have added the taggings also. So each environment was tagged with the whichever dev or stage, whatever is there, and production, we don't have to run it, right? and that is tagged by the environment in the development, and whether it's auto start, auto stop is required or not. This is true false flag. So then some tagging resources part, and based on the tagging, the Lambda code was used. You can scan this QR code. To get the code sample. I have written that in a GitHub repository. You can get the sample code and you can run it. There's a simple Lambda code, deployed it, done the CloudWatch event, and you are done. Your development staging environment can say that you have crossed. And what were the results? You can see that immediate 50% cost reductions. It dropped monthly bill to $150. And currently it's almost come to the $70. You will not believe that. Minimal development effort and maximum financial impact. I was happy with this image. So what was there? Let's understand so we understand the problem. We analyze the problem and we come to a solution. But what are the different things which can do it? So example, like Elastic IP trap. So AWS recently released in February 2024, Elastic IP is no longer free. So which I discovered unexpectedly. I was in assumption that it is free. Earlier it was free, but since last year, it started having the paid one. And for that, I took the action. I did a comparison IP audit run, which IP is required, which is not required. Can I remove it? Can I do it update later also whenever it's required? So I released some IPs for top instances and kept only the essential isolated IP. That's the things I have done along with the CloudWatch part. Then the simple tips. If you are not using it, you are paying for it. Yes, absolutely. See, that's why we have to very smart enough to that. If you are not using it, you stop that. Otherwise you will pay it. Okay. That's the free tips. It is like one forgotten IP can cost you more than your morning coffee, right? Exactly same one. So make sure that you audit your instances and check out which are the IP are required. Only those you keep, other than that, release it. There are a few cost optimization toolkit which I also use it, which is developer strategy, like AWS Cloud Explorer, which can identify the unexpected cost increase, and it can filter by analyzing by service and tag. It's very good tools for simple UI is there. You can analyze that, and it gives some suggestions also. Second one is AWS budget. I think many of you know of that. You can set your budget, how much budget you're going to spend around that. Set alert for 50%, alert for 75%, 90% target, and you can catch any spending which is spiking it right early, and you can do the proactive measurement around that. Then smart tagging, as I did and previously the solution, right? I tagged the resources. So all the resources should be tracked by the right project name, right team name, right purpose also, so that you can utilize your build accordingly. Set expiry date for it, identification, ownership for the particular application. That will help you to do that. This is a very simple toolkit used for your saving the cost. So risk of comparison. So there are few things you can do it. So by default, as a developer or the company generally to go for select the EC2 machines and just deploy the app. But it depends upon the use cases. You can choose your services. AWS has given a very good options for us. If you are not using continuously, you have simple MVP one. What can be used? What cannot be used? Right? Let's check out that. Yeah. So the one good mantra is cheapest is not equal to most cost effective. Yes. So sometimes like Lambda costs you monthly cost $70, small sporadic tasks. So Lambda is good for the small tasks. Okay. And API, which is the unpredictable traffic on this part, that we can use it along with. That is used for it. Fargate can be used for consistent workload, and it also has a serverless mechanism. You can use that one. You can save their cost. Obviously, EC2 machines, the complex logging tasks, you can use it. Lambda has a small environment. If you want to do any MVP building, it's always build it. I would say I have 2-3 years back, I have given a talk on that one, how we can build MVP with the Lambda with a zero cost. And Lambda is great for that one. And if you use Lambda, utilize it properly also, there also you can serve more cost. So choose your services very wisely based on the use case. Don't just go for blindly. Somebody said Lambda is good and don't directly create anything, or EC2 is there. Don't do that. analyze your use case, how much usage is there, how many hours is requirement there. Based on that, you choose your services. There is small service selection playbook I can do that. It is like, you should know your DNA. As I said, right? If you know your right use case, you can choose your right services. So what is the DNA in that? Your task duration for your services, second versus hours, your traffic pattern, whether you're spiky or consistent, your scaling requirement, instances versus a gradual one, the complexity, whether you're a simple function or the entire system is required. Sometimes you might require some cron job. You can use the Lambda, but why do we require the EC2 machines for that? That's simple things, you can do that. So this best playbook idea is like, know your DNA. Then understand your true cost. Direct service cost plus operation overhead. So what you're going to do, use it. Based on that, you can choose your mechanism. Then development time versus maintenance burden. Some services are very good, like Lambda is good to deployment for easy for development. But if you go for the EC2 machine, you have to set up the instrument and maintain that, patching, everything, right? So choose based on that also. Scaling cost plus risk of over provisioning. That also is one of the factors you have to choose while doing this one. Yes. Obviously, sometimes you can go with a hybrid approach also. Like some workload can be used by Lambda for API, EC2 for background job, or mix with the instances for a base load, a spot variable. Because AWS has that EC2 instance type, right? With spot instances, reserve instances. So if you know the specific the traffic is going to happen on this particular day, like you are having any kind of offer or sale, you can choose for the specific spot instances, which can be save your cost like that. And if you know that consistency, that same traffic is going to happen, then you can use the reserve instances for that. There you can save a lot of cost. Shift the static content to S3 bucket, dynamic to the compute service. Simple. Like if you're using Angular, React, Next.js, anything, right? Just simply move it to S3 bucket or Amplify hosting. That will save you a lot of money. So reevaluate your choices as quarterly as a workload evolve. Don't just do it and left it like that. Don't do that. As a developer, always reevaluate your choices, what you have made it a quarterly basis, so that you know that, okay, what can be changed, what can help us to reduce your costs or improve the scope. Some developer checklists, 5-minute daily habits, I generally follow it. Research pricing before the deployment, set up the billing alarm, monthly cost review, clean up unused resources, and automatic environment scheduling. That this checklist will help you to reduce your cost. Cost optimization is a developer skill. So don't worry about that. The developer is only for doing focusing on, as I said, right? It is something which you need to be taken care. So cost optimization is one of the skills is developer has to adapt it. Final takeaway. What you can do beyond the code. So your cost optimization is your superpower. Every decision has a financial impact. So what you choose, how you choose, is going to be impact your bill. So make sure you choose the things wisely. Automation is your friend. Wherever is possible, automate everything. That will help you to reduce your cost and remove the headache also. You are a cloud strategist, not just a coder. So that thing has changed now. You're not only a developer, also a cloud strategist. So while you developing code, you choose each cloud services based on the need, based on the use cases, and by looking at the pricing models. With this, thank you so much for this opportunity. You can connect me with on my social media. You can scan this QR code. It will land it to my social all the channels. You can connect, and thank you again for giving me opportunity. Unfortunately, I could not able to come to in person, but I would like to connect to you in future. Thank you so much.